BlackBerry on Android is still a weird thing to say, but it exists, at least in the form of the Priv. I really liked it. So BlackBerry's back with their just very unsexily named DTEK 50. If you used any of the previous Android BlackBerry devices, DTEK is the software that BlackBerry uses to help keep your device secure. The more stuff you do, the score is going to change, so that you know how secure your device is. So this phone might look eerily familiar to some. It's based on the TCL reference design, which is used for the Alcatel Idol 4. Seems like a weird pairing. It's like when Toyota and Subaru randomly paired up for the BRZ and FRS. But it did enable BlackBerry to keep their costs down. They didn't have to, I guess, pay for designs. So $299 for this guy. And you're getting a averagely spec'd phone, let's just say. So go ahead and peel the plastic off this. 5.2-inch 1080p display, 3 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage. But it does have a micro SD card slot somewhere on here. 13 megapixel camera on the back and a 2600 milliamp hour battery that will charge up fast due to Quick Charge 2.0. So as this thing boots up, you're gonna have a key on the side here. You're gonna be like, oh, that's a weird spot for the power and lock key. That is not the power and lock key. That is a convenience key. Alcatel called it a boom key, but essentially you can program that to do whatever you want it to do. But I keep thinking it's the power button, so I'm gonna probably program it to just do that. Otherwise, the normal power button lives very oddly on the top on the left-hand side here. So as the phone boots up, peel off the plastic. Let's give some genuine first impressions here. So also bear in mind, it's a $300 phone, and you can get a lot of phones now in that price point. So it's entering a very crowded market. It feels extremely light. The screen looks pretty decent. You do get a lot of nice things here with BlackBerry. I think their on-screen keyboard is kick-ass. Although, if you were so inclined, you could probably find an APK of the keyboard and put it on whatever Android device you want. You do get, though, the DTEK software. Like I mentioned, that's going to give you a score for how secure your device is. The more stuff you do, the more apps you download that are sort of unsigned, then your score is going to go down. It doesn't do much other than really just tell you how secure your device is. So it's up to you whether or not that's a useful feature for you. If you're looking for a phone, though, in that sort of $300 price point, looks like a pretty decent option to compare. This phone is GSM unlocked, so it'll work in the US on AT&T or T-Mobile. If you are Sprint or Verizon, you are out of luck. If you're not familiar with BlackBerry's Android software, they've done a lot of really cool things while keeping the general look and feel close to stock Android. So you've got things like widgets almost inside of the icons. If you swipe up on an icon, you actually get widgets that'll show up. It's kind of cool. If you swipe in from the right-hand side, you'll get productivity view. You can sort of see kind of your day at a glance. You've got some things like BlackBerry's unified inbox. The BlackBerry Hub is really solid. There's some cool visual UI things that'll happen when you charge the phone up. They did a really nice job, I think, with their Android software, keeping it at least the look and feel of native Android. My favorite feature about it is even if you put on another launcher, you still get most of those features, something that I've really appreciated. So looking at the design of this, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily discount this as, oh, it's just a cheap Android phone that you shouldn't consider. I think you might want to give this guy a look. So the design's kind of cool. The bezel looks like it ends towards the bottom, and below the bezel, they've got speaker grills. So it kind of has a neat look to it. I haven't really seen that before, I guess, except for the Idol. Looks to be a pretty solid phone. Like I said, the 1080p screen looks good. It looks like one of the higher quality 1080p panels that we've seen. That coupled with a 13 megapixel camera and only 1 gig of RAM less than we've got on the flagship phone, like say the Note 7, you've got a pretty decent phone. Obviously the processor is a little bit lower at the Snapdragon 617. But if you're looking for an unlocked phone for $400, then give this guy a look. And what do you guys think? Give the video a thumbs up to let us know. Until next time, I'm John Ranger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys next video.